Of the Bush administration is changing his tune as to what should be done about the troubles in the mortgage markets.
Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson telling the Wall Street Journal, quote, "This is not business as usual. This is an extraordinary situation." Now, he's calling on Congress to pass some kind of legislation that would provide relief to homeowners and encourage lenders to work together to assist borrowers.
So if he's worried, should everyone else be? Let's ask Mike Norman of the Economic Contrarian Update, along with looky who's back from Italy.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
Tobin Smith from Change Wave Research, Adam Lashinsky, senior writer for Fortune, and Peter Schiff, author of Crash Proof. Did you bring us truffles?
You know, I tried to, Liz, but we ate them before we got home. And $5,000 a kilogram, now that is where inflation is.
There's
really.
inflation.
Exactly.
All right, Hank Paulson's a little worried now. He's calling it a very serious situation. Are you?
Well, I mean, I am worried. I would use the analogy, which is, you know, maybe it isn't it. But listen, when you put dynamite into a lake and it blows up, the little fish come up first. Then the big fish come up last. And what now
How
we're
many
waiting
times
for...
have you done that?
That's how it goes fishing.
I was in Scotland, I know, that's another story. But, you know, we're waiting for the big fish to come up here, all right? So, number one, there is an issue there. Number two, the issue with credit derivatives, the CDOs, the other issues out there, are on this sort of downward spiral. But let's not, you know, let's separate subprime from regular mortgages. The scary thing was the write-down that Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae have had. That's on prime mortgages, guys. That is not on subprime mortgages. If it leaks, if this contagion leaks into the prime mortgage world, that's where the problem is, and that's what Paulson's scared.
Well, and Peter, Paulson is head of the Treasury, and the Treasury's the one, if Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae go under, that has to use our money to bail them out, right?
Well, we'll see. That's the question. You know, it's an implied guarantee, so we're going to have to find out. And I think that's going to be tested because, as I said, Freddie and Fannie are going to go bankrupt. But, you know, going back to your question about, you know, the government doesn't have to force the lenders to work with the borrowers. They're going to work with them. They're going to restructure these loans. I mean, the problem is people overpaid for these houses. They can't afford the mortgages. The only way they can stay in their homes is if the lenders forgive a significant part of the mortgages, and they will do it because the alternative is you foreclose, and when you sell the house, you're not going to get more than 50 cents on the dollar anyway. So they're going to work with the borrowers. But the ramifications for our economy and for the financial community, for lenders, for the dollar is horrific.